First answer. Spent 4 or 5 days walking around my empty house, wondering where my kids were. Surprise. Divorced from my ex. She wouldn't take my calls and she didn't leave a note. Her family wouldn't answer either. It was one thing in the midst of lots of bad stuff. Difficult marriage, serious money problems, horrendous divorce, 2 years of contentious custody, her going to prison, tons of lawyers and court dates. But not knowing where my kids were changed me. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. My ex was unstable. I really did fear the worst. I kept walking around the empty rooms looking for them. The hell of knowing what really matters to you is never being able to think about anything else afterwards. Second answer. So far, the worst thing that has ever happened to me was probably the day my brother had gone missing. My brother had gone missing for a few years when he didn't show up for a court hearing. My brother had many personal demons in his life, from depression to paranoia to even addiction. My dad searched far and wide for him, and I had gone on a few trips with my dad to find my brother. The only clue my dad ever found was in the wooded area in the north end of a city that my brother was living in. It wasn't there that my dad found a spot in the woods with some of my brother's items, like clothes, shoes, a cell phone, and backpacks. My brother even dug a little hole in the ground under a tree, and it had some sleeping bags under it. My brother had some training in the forces, so he knew what he was doing. They found his remains not too long ago. They were found only a few meters away from where his campsite was in the woods. The cause of death was a fractured skull from a fall, and there was no foul play suspected. It was a clean fracture. My dad has been devastated and heartbroken ever since. Third answer. I posted this before, decided to post again. Please no gold this time. Met a girl when I was 25. She was 22. Dated for 3 years and eventually got married. She was a very wonderful person, and I couldn't ask for a better girlfriend. While we were planning a wedding, she mentioned that her ex-boyfriend offered to DJ for free. They dated for 3 years when she was 15 to 18, and it was a clean breakup. He was also married, so I really didn't have a problem with it. I mean, free DJ service. So we get married and go to the reception. Everyone is having a grand time. I was talking with a buddy of mine, and in the corner of my eye, I see the DJ ex-boyfriend staring at something. I looked over, and he's staring at my wife, who looked amazing, and my wife was staring back at him. I continued to talk to my buddy, but kept an eye on them. She was across the room, but they smiled at each other, and she started looking around the room, probably for me, but I was pretty well hidden. My wife walked towards the bathroom area, and the DJ asked his assistant to take over and started walking in the same direction. I started to panic inside. I excused myself and walked in the direction. Couldn't find either one. There were three bathrooms, one for men, one for women, and a family bathroom that locked inside. I went into the men's room, no one there. I waited for a few minutes and the family bathroom opened up and my wife saw me and tried to get me to go dance, but I wasn't budging. The guy eventually came out a few minutes later, and my wife swore up and down that he was just helping her with her dress. I left. She called my phone and again swore that nothing happened. We talked about it the next day, but I couldn't grasp why she would need him, of all people, to help with that sort of thing. I was able to get an annulment. I never remarried.